Hello once again. Yes, welcome to the fandom. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost in my own thought. Sorry about that. Welcome once again to the fandom initiative. Let's get the introductions out of the way post haste. Um, the man across from me, sitting with the blinds slightly closed. Because I noticed the blinds, sir. Blinds are very important as well. This is the cinema CEO. He is the cinema god. This is Michael Williams.
What's up, yo?
With the salute, and as always, the beard is not far behind. Um, obviously. Uh, myself, I am the Hungry Bleak. As you can see, once again, our monikers are at the bottom of the screen as we have so lovely typed them. Uh, Hungry Bleak, hashtag the Dark Star, hashtag Nevermore. I am Antonio Pomares, and this is the Fandom Initiative. Welcome.
uh-huh.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, brother.
How is your co tag team champions of the world partner, Lady Mina?
She's good too. Yeah.
She is the co host of Politicking for the Culture
Uh,
with Mina and Mawa, or Mawa and Mina.
I think you use that as a memory exercise, brother, every week.
Sponsorship! I get a nickel every time
Yeah.
I got a nickel.
Exactly.
How was your holiday? I did air quotes in case anybody's listening to the podcast form of the show. How was your holiday, sir?
It was good, bro. It was good.
Good.
It's good.
Uh,
Did you partake in turkey or no?
I partook in turkey. I partook in some of the stuffing or dressing.
Okay.
I partook in sweet potato pie
Nice.
as I rubbed my hands Birdmaningly. You're,
Yer.
I don't know what came over me, man. I had the biggest craving for sweet potato pie this week, and I said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of y'all trying to ruin my week and not allow me to have sweet potato pie. Nobody said that. Nobody was trying to.
Mm,
Somehow, I saw a
mm.
conspiracy in my head that did not exist.
Yeah, I see.
So I got off work. Was it Tuesday?
Mm,
Yeah, Tuesday. Got off work, got home, was just tired, drained, what have you. Went, took a shower. You know,
mm.
put on some jeans. Didn't wear sweatpants. Winning.
Oh, that's a first for you, brother.
Winning.
Yeah.
I had on a belt. I had a button up my pants.
You went legit for a second there,
Oof,
brother.
bro. Bro, I had on the hoodie, the leather jacket. I was getting my General Hospital Jason Morgan on. If you know, you know. And I was out, and man, the first thing I saw when I walked in was those pies. I said, man, I grabbed up a pie. I was like, all right. You remember that scene in a life?
Yeah.
My man was like, oh, he burned his mouth on that pie. Hilarious. So yeah, I partook in that pie. It was just a little too much nutmeg.
Mm,
Just a little. Normally their pies are really great, banging. I think next
mm,
year I'm just going to end up making my own pie. I think I've done it before. It was pretty good.
mm,
Um, yeah, but I still got half the pie left, savoring it.
mm,
But I did buy a box of sweet potatoes.
mm,
Case, I'm like, you know what, man, I'm tired of y'all. Tired of y'all raining on my parade. I'm done with this. Done. Yeah, but it
uh,
was, all in all, pleasant. Rested. Watched. I was for Thanksgiving. I watched Hannibal. I thought that was great. Viewing.
yeah, exactly.
Thought it was great. That show is. We're gonna have to do an episode on that series
Mm,
because I came up with everybody who's like a part of the production. Everything like that. The whole tone of the show.
mm,
I had it perfectly for another series, but I forgot what it was. And I was like, damn, I should text Michael. And I think I fell asleep because of the
okay.
sweet potato pie and the turkey. I'm
Oh,
gonna be
well,
honest with you.
yeah.
But yeah,
tryptophan overdose. You
man,
right.
I wish that was what I could blame it on. Saying I ate the pie and then I put ice cream and I put whipped cream on it. I mean, I feel like that wasn't the best thing in the world. And then I drank some almond milk eggnog. So I mean, I didn't really do myself any you know like any like justice. I'm
I
being real
see.
with you,
I see.
but I regret nothing. So I mean, whatever, I don't care.
This guy.
You know, you're not gonna
This
see me.
guy.
You're not gonna see me be like, oh man, I shouldn't have. I went and pulling a Clinton. I did not eat that pie with the amazing almond milk eggnog and ice cream
Mhm.
and whipped cream. I did not. I don't think you heard me, America. I did not eat. I ate
Oh,
that shit. I
okay, Bill. Okay, Bill.
look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with that red nose. All right. So, in light of the again air quotes for anyone who's listening to the podcast holiday,
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, we all pretty much know the history of it. Um, the real history of it, the how it's just a day to can't even fathom like how many years we thought, oh yeah, pilgrims and everything, and they came here and they were, oh man, they had a picnic table and they were sitting there all together and they were eating no, the day was it was a horrible massacre, genocide, brutality that happened. So I say, you know what, let's have an episode where we highlight content that we've watched, read, listened to, uh, that is from Indigenous First Nations creators, actors, because they so much um, of what we watch, we, we we might not even fathom it, like the people that are there, But you're happy to see them when they show up. Like there's somebody like Wes Study. He's in
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm.
I think wasn't he given an honorary Oscar or something last year? A
I think
lifetime
it.
something. There's something that he was given.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the man played, and I'm not trying to be funny, but the man played Sagat in Street Fighter.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Mm.
just like you don't even think about it, but he's been in everything.
True.
He's been around forever. So, and there's a lot of content. So we're just gonna throw out stuff that we enjoy, actors, what have you. I'm gonna start with Adam Beach.
Oh, nice.
This guy,
Nice.
yeah, right, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of the first thing I think I may have seen him in may have been Wind Talkers.
Okay.
John Woo, excuse me, John Nickel. Nicholas Cage,
Mhm.
a movie set during World War II, where Nicholas Cage's job was to protect the Windtalkers, who were Navajo, I believe, code speakers.
Yes.
And it was a code that the Nazis couldn't break.
Yes.
But if he did get, captured or what have you, Nicholas Cage was to kill him.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that movie. I know it's not one that really gets talked about a lot, and I can understand why. Because it was weird to have John Woo direct a movie like that. I think that was maybe his second or third American film.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I want to say I remember watching it on Showtime,
Mhm.
and I was just really interested, and I liked it. Then Adam Beach came up next time. The next thing I really saw him in that hit me was Law and Order SVU,
Mhm.
where he was Finn Tutuola's partner. I love
Yes.
look. If you want to talk about some Law and Order SVU, we can chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Stabler and like that, just the whole. They're just yes, just a really great show, and it's been going on for this is the 24th season, I think maybe.
Yeah.
And
Because
at
they don't cancel David Wolf shows.
I think they
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I I'm trying to think because I'm like yeah, I think that's something they definitely should have canceled, and they definitely did. Um, but Adam Beach stuck out to me because again, it was a person of color, and you don't see Indigenous characters just there like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So having him there was just really cool to me. I really enjoyed it. He was on there. I'm trying to think of how many seasons he was on there. Um, Less than five, I want to say. Unfortunately, Finn has had a lot of partners. Finn has had a lot of partners. I mean,
Yeah.
Finn has had a lot of partners, and but he does have some of the best lines on the show. Uh, but his character was actually really well developed. I enjoy Adam Beach, just his presence when he's on screen.
Mhm.
So that just made me really happy. I'm already a fan of the show, and now you bring up someone like him, I really dig it. Then I think the last thing I saw him in, unfortunately, and I knew he wasn't going to be in it for long, was Suicide Squad.
Oh yes,
That's the
I
last.
forgot he was in that.
I think a lot of us did. I think that was
Yeah.
the minute I saw him, I was like, please don't do my boy like this. And then he was a character I had never heard of. Not that I've heard of every character, but he wasn't a character that
Yeah.
was known. And I was like, and his thing was like that he just climbed, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, so he gonna be a first to die, right? Right, right, oh, spoiler alert, sorry. And
You funny dude.
and they did, but I enjoy him and stuff. So when he's one of those people that when I see his name as a part of something,
Mm-hmm.
like I'll go, oh, like my ears perk up, and I want to see what it is and what's going on. And you know what? I'm gonna actually look him up and see what he's got going on now because I want to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
What about you, brother?
The one that comes to mind when you talk about somebody like Adam Beach is a guy named Cliff Curtis,
Oh, damn.
who's
Yes.
pretty
Mm,
much been in everything. um, but he's a really good actor, so
yes.
I mean, I think one of the things that kind of stands out for me is not even like his theatrical work. There was a show that was on NBC briefly back in the mid 2000s called Trauma.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, it was basically, you know, where NBC was kind of in that mold where they were trying to find a show that was going to be the successor to ER that had gone off the air previously. And you know how networks do. When they have a show
Yeah,
that's been on that long, they try to find
that
another show that is in that vein that can fill that gap for people who no longer have that show.
yes.
And Trauma was one of those type of shows. It's basically about a trauma unit in like I don't even know the city. Let me look it up and see if maybe it's in the description. Um,
It wasn't Chicago, was it? For some reason, I don't know why, but a lot of NBC stuff
yeah,
seems to focus in Chicago.
yeah. I don't think
I
it
don't
was.
know
I
why.
think it was before they tried to do that whole Chicago thing.
Well,
But
even ER is set in Chicago, isn't
in
it?
Chicago, yeah,
it
yeah,
yeah,
it is.
they seem to have some type of
It is.
thing, but it might also be the writers and such too. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It was actually about flight paramedics. That's exactly what the show was about. And I think the star that probably everybody knew that was on that show was actually Derek Luke at the time. So it was more like NBC's ensemble sort of putting all these people together in this show, people that you've seen before, in other things, and trying to make this like the new like medical action drama of the week.
Hmm.
I think it lasted only about a season or so.
And
Yeah,
unfortunately, yeah, that was probably like around that time when shows would only do like a, and
yeah,
anything that's going to be modeled after something else
yeah,
that strongly is only going to last maybe a season or two, possibly.
yeah. But his character's name on the show was Rabbit, and he was actually like one of the helicopter pilots that kind of took the paramedics around to these various emergencies. But he was really good on the show. like really, really good on the show with what they give him, and I mean, he's just a really good actor. I mean, you know him when you see him. You know
Yes,
what I mean? In anything he does, and
even when he cut
yeah,
his hair,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
when I saw him cut his hair, I was like, no, stop.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what?
But yeah, he's one of these like I don't even know how you describe it. He's one of these like
He's a
superstar character actors. I want to say, if
yes.
there is such a thing.
He's one of those actors
Yeah.
that we've talked about this numerous times where we've said, "Oh, wait, isn't that?" Yeah, yeah, it is, and we love
Mm-hmm.
their work. We absolutely love their
Mm-hmm.
work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of because I remember him also being in. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's been in, and he's one of those actors. Wait. You said Cliff Curtis, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if he's
He's in a
played
movie. He's in a movie you've seen recently.
Hobbs and Shaw. Um,
Actually, he was in that, but that
Doctor
wasn't the
Sleep.
movie I was referring to. Yes, Doctor
Doctor
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
He's played, I believe, just about every type of character.
Mm-hmm.
He is the new Lou Diamond Phillips
Yeah, I would probably go with that.
because they have Hollywood is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood at one time, Hollywood would only cast white people in deep tans, like the brown face, to play indigenous characters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, TV shows and movies are notorious for it. There were some big name actors that did it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're all dead now. I'm going to be honest with you, that I
Mm-hmm.
can think of. And then I think the first person that I can think of is Tonto,
Yeah.
who was actually indigenous, who was actually First Nations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's funny how at that time you couldn't play your own race, your own culture,
All right.
and then like actors like Cliff Curtis, they've cast him in. They cast him as everything but at first.
Mm-hmm.
They cast him as everything but.
Mm-hmm.
But he is one of those characters. I've seen him. There was a TV show on Fox for a minute called Gang Related,
Yep.
which I enjoyed the hell out of. I loved that. I loved the whole idea, everything being on two sides and not knowing what, like really being on the fence strongly and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I loved it, but I love seeing him on screen.
Yeah.
When he's there, I dig it. I think he may have even been. I think he was on one of the either Xena or Hercules. I want to say.
Hmm. Hmm.
I want to say I could be wrong because he's been in everything, so I might just think I saw him in everything.
Yeah.
And I say even trying to be funny, like legit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he's also in A Fear of the Walking Dead, which I don't watch, but I know that he's in it.
Yes.
Training Day, Three Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I've forgotten about this movie. This movie hit so hard. Once We Were Warriors.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Man, you hated him. Oh, that movie is so damn. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna need a minute for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, it hits so hard and is
Mm-hmm.
unrelenting, and it leaves you almost damn. Yeah, it leaves you with this feeling.
Yeah.
There was a sci-fi series. Um, lasted I think 2 seasons. It has one of those actors that again you've seen him in everything. Um, a sci-fi series called not Deliverance, not, hmm, but there's an actor who's in everything, and now I totally had the dude's name in my head, and I've totally lost control. Honestly, that's so sad. But I will get his name in my head. I'm gonna hit you with. There was a little show, excuse me, damn, called The Gifted.
Okay.
This show is based in X-Men lore. In this particular story, the X-Men have, whether they disappeared, right? I want to
I
say
think so. I
they
think so.
disappeared. We
I
don't
didn't
know
really. I wasn't a huge fan of The Gifted. Not that I didn't want to watch it. I just couldn't
mhm,
get into it. I watched the first episode, and I think I told you about this. I couldn't. I didn't care about the family. That's what it was.
that. Well, that was my thing too. I could care less.
Yeah,
I
and
would
I
have
was
been
like,
okay if at the end of like the first episode they had killed the family. I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
care.
and that's
But I
why I didn't go
realized,
back.
yeah, but I realized that that was your way in. Like that was your eyes. Like you're
Mm,
seeing their world for the first time through there. There
mm,
was an actor called Blair Redfern,
okay.
excuse me, who played Thunderbird.
Yes.
He, Jamie Chung,
Yeah. Yeah.
who played
Mm,
Blink, they were the two reasons why I watched that series.
mm,
Because Thunderbird, we got him in what one issue of X Men, and then he died
mm,
or killed, I should say. So seeing this and seeing this character um, who is a mutant, he's super strong, super fast, do- super durable. He also has super senses. So he can hear very well, see very well, sense of smell. He's a tracker hunter. He's also a marine,
mm,
and he was the leader of their group. You could think of them as almost maybe New Mutants or Hellions,
right.
possibly.
All right.
But they were like the underground, and they were trying to like get mutants to safety and stuff like that, what have you, in a world where Sentinels weren't built yet, but they were on the way. Instead of Sentinels being the huge giant robots, there was a government branch that was called Sentinels, and they
Mm,
were hunted them,
mm,
um, which is actually a kind of a cool way of doing it.
mm-hmm.
I played in there, but I really enjoyed this character. He was also in a show on USA called Satisfaction, I believe.
Okay.
Let me check that.
Mm,
Um, I didn't know very much about him. Um, yeah, it was Satisfaction where he played um, a male prostitute
oh, okay.
and got the husband of one of his clients kind of into that world
Yeah.
to find out why his wife decided to actually hire him, such like
Okay.
that. Um, I just really enjoyed him, and I wanted that show to go so much further, and I wanted him to delve deeper. But I really just wanted him and Blink. I'll be honest with you, because again,
Mm-hmm.
you don't see that. You don't see, especially in a genre show, in a geek-oriented sci-fi comic book
Mm-hmm.
related. You don't see that.
All right.
So having him and a character who was dead in the comics
Mm,
be so prevalent, I was like, yeah, I'm good. And
mm,
for him to also be looked at as eye candy, to be looked at as sexy, because again, that there are two groups that you don't see as being sex symbols a lot, not until the last maybe 5 or so years, being seen as sexy or sex symbols or used in a way where they can be desirable in movies.
mm,
And that was indigenous men and
mm.
Asian men.
Okay.
You didn't see that, so seeing that was just so cool to me. And seeing that.
Right.
What you got
So
next?
let well let's not skip over the dude you brought up before,
Oh,
Lou Diamond Phillips.
this guy. He's been
We would
around.
be remiss leaving him out.
He's been around for.
Forever, pretty
I'm
much.
I'm I'm trying to think of what was the first thing that you really, but I think he's He's Filipino.
Is it?
Yeah, he's Filipino. I want to say. Let me double. Yeah, but he's one of those actors that we just talked about,
Mm-hmm.
who Hollywood sees as racially ambiguous, which they love
Mm-hmm.
because they can cast you in anything, and they will.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because he played Chavez E. Chavez,
Mm-hmm.
Young Guns. He played in La Bamba. He played
Mm-hmm.
Stand and Deliver. So he's
Yep.
played Mexican. He's played Indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, actually, his last role, the last thing that I saw him in
Mm-hmm.
was Longmire.
Oh, what's he in Longmire? I didn't know
He
he was in
he was
Longmire.
yeah, the show that was on AMC, and then it got
Mm-hmm.
picked up by Netflix. Yeah, he was on
Yeah.
that for the whole series actually.
Okay.
Um, but he's one of those actors who, again, is racially ambiguous. You know he's a person of color, but you don't know what.
Yeah.
And he's played everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Cliff Curtis.
Yeah.
He played everybody. Um, not to rain on him at all. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he could quite possibly have indigenous blood. I do not have his 23 and Me. I do not have his. Yeah, do not have it.
Oh my god.
But there are so many. Um, there are there kaiju fighting behind you, dude. I thought it sound,
Is was what?
I thought I heard some kaiju fighting behind you. It sounded like someone was going. Oh, I thought I
No.
heard buildings toppling. You know.
You funny dude. You a funny
I
dude.
thought I was like, wait, is it that time again?
You
Where's Idris? Where's Charlie Hunnam?
stupid.
Um, bro.
You stupid.
Uh, who you got, brother?
Oh
Who you rolling
shit.
with?
I honestly, dude.
Want me to hit you?
Yeah, hit me with something
I've got
or somebody.
Rebecca Rowanhorse. She is an author. Um,
Okay.
I have I have her two books. Her two most recent, I want to say, which is part of the Sixth World series that she's building.
Mm,
Trail of Lightning is the first book, and then Storm of Locusts, I want to say, is the second book. It's kind of like a apocalyptic story where there's a female character who is
mm,
like a monster hunter, part of this tribe of monster hunters that goes around and will hunt monsters for you.
okay.
Uh, again, we don't get to see this. We don't get to see leads. Although I'm starting to see because I'm going more into Barnes Nobles and looking at books and such like that. Because there are a couple of books that I've been looking for that I
Hmm.
cannot find. I'm gonna have to order them probably.
Yeah.
Um, that there are starting to be more and a lot more female leads in. Thank you, female leads in fantasy
Yeah.
sci-fi books, like novel series, which is I'm really digging it because first off, the books look amazing. The art is just on the
Mm,
covers are beautiful because these are actual novels, so there's no pictures on the inside. Some of
yeah.
the people like.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just beautiful to see that she's also written for, I believe, Star Wars. She wrote a Star Wars novel, and she's in.
Really?
Yeah, want to say
Okay.
let me double check about it. I believe it is Star Wars.
Hmm.
Um, she's also uh, been a part of the latest Marvel Voices, where it showcased
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, indigenous creators, artists, writers, which
Mm-hmm.
came out 2 weeks ago. I want to say one, two,
Yeah,
yep,
you mentioned it last week.
yep, 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was one of the many creators. I looked at the names and I was like, wow, I didn't. Holy sh! I was like, God
Mm-hmm.
damn, this book is awesome. And there's going to be another Marvel Voices coming up soon, where I think it's going to be. Um, I want to say it's going to be black, but I think it might also be Asian and indigenous, possibly.
Okay.
Um, it's just like when you're able to broaden your horizon and open yourself up a little bit more and see more of what's out there. You're like, oh
Mm-hmm.
wow, I didn't know that this, and you find really cool, interesting stories, possibly even cultures and mythologies you have known nothing about, and how they weave their own history and such and culture into the sci-fi or the horror or the action, opening up your mind to another like culture that you had no idea about, which kind of elevates the sci-fi, the horror, the mythology, the culture, everything for it. I just think that's just a really cool thing to me.
Yeah.
Just that was one of the things that got us all into uh, Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if you keep seeing the same thing over and over again, you're going to be like, okay, what now? Like I feel like Supernatural, which I haven't seen the last 4 maybe 5 seasons. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I love the idea of it. Thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
They hung around with like the Angel and Lucifer thing way too damn long
Mm-hmm.
until the end, unfortunately. But you have supernatural hunters going across the country, all over America,
Mm-hmm.
and you have no indigenous hunters. You have no indigenous. Really, really,
Mm-hmm.
the deep, rich culture and mythology and just everything, and how cool it could have been,
Mm-hmm.
especially because it was almost like a western,
All right.
and you have no indigenous hunters or men or women of letters. Really,
Yeah.
you have yeah, I could have a whole because
Yeah.
it
Exactly.
makes no sense. Like, why would you?
Yeah.
I, I've had this talk with a few people online,
Mm-hmm.
and I just every time and I'm like, oh, I love the show, and then I go, wait, it just it because
Yeah.
it hits different, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, but yeah, so that's somebody. Um, then we have another gentleman who has been in everything.
Oh.
Like I said, you can go deeper with his catalog too. I know you can, brother. West Study. This cat. Let's
Oh.
give him
Yeah.
his definite flowers. This guy has been in
Yeah.
everything from, like I said, Street Fighter. Um, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny with about it. You can go to that. You can go to
Last of the
uh,
Mohicans,
yes, yeah. You know,
Mystery Men.
oh my, yes, he was. Yes. Oh my,
Yeah.
yes, he was. I totally
Uh,
forgot about that. Oh my god. I've never seen Last of the Mohicans all the way through. I think I've seen maybe like a half an hour of it.
oh, really?
Yeah, and it's on
Okay.
Netflix. I want to say, I believe
Mm.
it still is. You know what,
Mm-hmm.
West Study? I got you, baby. You know.
Mm.
Um,
He's also in that. It looks like was that show on Sundance? That show with this guy.
Red Road.
Yeah, Momoa. Yeah, Red
Yeah,
Road. He was in Red Road.
I want to say that's Sundance
Okay.
because I know we had this big debate about Sundance versus IFC last.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Because when you watch them, you're like, no, they're two different things. But then you go, but are they really two different channels? Are they really?
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
two different channels.
Yeah.
They're honestly not. They're honestly not. But he's
He
one of those guys that you see in everything.
he was also in a show that I really really loved, but I never finished it, and I need to. There was a show a couple of years back on AMC. Not even a couple of years back. It's almost 8 years back now. There's a show on AMC called Hell on Wheels.
He was in that.
Yes.
Well, now I got to go because that was like 5 seasons,
No,
maybe.
actually, Hell on Wheels was
Really, it wasn't 5 seasons.
only 2 seasons. It looks like.
Only two.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like it
Only
was around forever?
I don't know. Well, wait, hold on.
Forever.
Hold on 1 second. That's a
What,
lot
what,
of
what?
episodes for 2 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. That show was a
No, no,
lot
no.
back
You're
then.
right. You're right. It was 5.
It was 5 years because I'm
Yeah, I
saying,
think he only appeared in like 2 seasons worth of shows.
okay.
Yeah.
I've only seen maybe 4 episodes of that, but I know it's still on Netflix.
Oh yeah. Hell on Wheels is highly underrated as a show. It is really, really good. Really good.
It's because it starts out with the guy who fought for the Confederacy,
Mm-hmm.
and he becomes a boss on the railroad, um, in charge of the black Negro railroad workers,
Yes.
and another character actor who's in everything. Um, my man that played Wild Bill, or is it Buffalo Bill that he played? Was it
I
Wild Bill or was
think
it
it was
Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo Bill. I want to say
I know it was a cowboy name in Silence of the Lambs, and he was also on Monk.
yes.
Not Kevin Gage, although he looks like Kevin Gage. They look like they could be related.
Yeah. Uh, I'm
I
not
know
even
that.
sure at this point.
There's a excuse me, a comic book artist who I am. She was also a part of Marvel Voices. Those are the kaiju.
Exactly, brother.
That's the kaiju. The
You're
kaiju,
right. You're right.
the kaiju just revved up their go kart because they're about to
you
do some
gotta, you
Mario.
gotta, you gotta pull out your remote and reawaken Godzilla for a minute.
Nah, I'm gonna let Godzilla nap. Wait a minute, is that how they woke up Godzilla in the latest Godzilla movie? Please tell me it wasn't a damn remote.
No, no, no,
I was
no,
about to
no,
say,
no. That's how
no,
they do
no.
it in the that isn't that how they do it in the cartoon?
Oh yes, yes,
They
yes.
have that
Okay,
remote.
yeah, that's right. Oh my god, I think that's on Tubi, so I might have to go check that out. Just cause, whatever. Um, there's a
Oh
comic book
my god.
artist who, again, was part of the Marvel Voices Indigenous um,
Mm.
project that came out a couple weeks ago. I do not want to butcher her name. Um, Wishayot
Mm.
Alvitri. I hope I
Okay.
did not destroy it. I apologize for that. Whose art is
Okay.
astronomical, awesome. Um, she actually did the art for Echo, uh, the, the Echo portion of the Marvel Voices, which I believe
Okay.
actually Rebecca Roanhorse wrote that story, and they did the art. Um,
Okay.
she does a lot of really cool art, especially things that are centered around Indigenous. Um, I just love anything that just goes and just completely rips apart the privilege of those who think, oh no, this is ours. We're,
Mm-hmm.
in air quotes, real Americans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, um, yeah, she I really love. I want to. There was a shirt that she had for sale for a while. I actually want to see
Mm-hmm.
if I can find it again. I wasn't able to get it at the time. Now that I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
back, I'm like, yeah, there was a really cool shirt that she had. Yeah, man, these kaiju about to do some Mario Karting serious, man. These kaiju about to get that Mario Kart on and popping, man. It's like, yeah, man, Godzilla, Mothra, Mecha Godzilla, Godzilla Junior,
Yeah.
Earl. Um, then we're gonna have like the Jaegers are gonna come out too, man. That's gonna be a whole deathmatch team battle of Mario Kart. The Jaegers,
Exactly.
that's it, man.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
If I see John Boyega, I know it's over, bro. She was just this phenomenal artist, and I love. Like, I follow her on IG, and I love her art. Just feels, I don't know, it's just got this really soothing, like everything's gonna be okay feel to it. I don't know how to. I don't. That's the only way that I know to describe it.
Uh-huh.
Maru, son.
Cool. Cool.
Maru. Maru, son. Maru. You're
you.
Matt. Maru there. I don't know why I did your name. It's fucking stupid.
What is you
Um,
doing, baby?
bro, it's such a jerky move. Speaking of comic books and indigenous characters, uh, there is a character named Red Wolf who has been around for decades, I want to say. Came back into Marvel continuity a few years back with well, actually not a few years, maybe about 10 years or so, possibly. Came back through magic into the current Marvel continuity. Um, was a sheriff in a town, um, then got brought here and started working with Hawkeye
Mm-hmm.
and Nightshade for
Okay.
Occupy Avengers, which
Ah.
is one of this is from David F. Walker. Loved it when I saw the character pop up, and I was like, "Is that Red Wolf?" And there were subtle nods um, to a movie that I'm sure that you've heard of. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm sure you've heard of it. I'll say the French pronunciation. Back to Lupo, Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I had an argument with a not an argument, but a debate with a friend who said that it was the worst movie they had ever seen. I was like, really?
Get out of here.
I was like, really? I
Get
kind of
out of
understand
here.
what they might be thinking though, because there was something in there that I didn't dig.
Mm.
Even though the movie is actually really good,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like watching two movies
Mm.
because you're watching like this kind of murder mystery
Mm-hmm.
forensic kind of thing. Then it's this action, everybody gotta die, everybody
Mm-hmm.
dies kind of
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Dacascos, um, friend of the show,
Mm. Yeah.
um,
I like cuisine.
Crying Freeman fame, um, and kickboxer. Which kickboxer was it? Like Kickboxer Five, possibly. Oh,
Infinity.
yeah, whatever. Who played Manny? But from what I understand, Mark Dacascos is not indigenous at all.
No, isn't he
Nope.
Filipino? No.
I'm not sure what his, but I do not believe that he's indigenous. And he
Let's
played
look that
Manny,
up.
who was indigenous. So I think that's what my friend may have been upset about, but he didn't say that. I think that might have been
Mm-hmm.
what he was upset about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there were nods to that movie in the comic, and when I got to meet David F. Walker, I was like, "Is that a nod to?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "All right, thank you. That's all I needed to know. I'm glad I bought it." Uh, but little things like that, when you're able to weave that into a story again, weaving something into it and having this character show up who is really great in the series, and I liked how it was kind of a reverse on the Lone Ranger kind of a thing,
Yeah.
where the guy with the bow and arrow was the white dude.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, and I enjoy the character of Red Wolf being this man out of time and trying to figure out like this new world and getting used to text messages and
Mm-hmm.
memes and um, emojis and such too. I just thought it was really great, and the banter between, well, actually more flirting, yeah, banter but flirting between himself and Nightshade was just
Uh-huh.
awesome to me. So
Nice.
when you have characters like that, or even actors, because there are some characters that are almost like that are kind of like character actors that pop up. They're like the West study of the comic book world. When they
Yeah.
show up, you're like, yes, yes, and you're happy, and you're getting the showcase, getting all the love and everything from it. I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
It is. Um, there was a series on Netflix for a while, and when I went to go start watching it, I think the next day they took it off Netflix.
Mm.
It was about life on the reservation. I want to say it was set in the mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was called Black Rock.
Okay.
Um, want to make sure I believe, and it was just it talked about all the issues that happened there between how their government, how life was on there as far as like the government, how the police operated, because it's their own like land. It's their
Yeah.
law, you know what I mean, which
Yeah.
is great. But also talked about a lot of the prevalent issues, drug use, sexual assault, um, physical abuse.
Mm-hmm.
It was just it was real, and what you're shown, Hollywood a lot of times, or excuse me, um, they don't show you that much. They'll show you just like casinos.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
two big things are casinos and firewater. The two biggest stereotypical things that they'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
They won't show you the beauty of a gathering or the beauty of a life or the reality of it too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the the what was it, about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, with the pipeline, and
Mm-hmm.
how that was just forgotten so quickly,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
quickly. Hey, they stopped them. Great. All right. I'm gonna need some more avocado toast and some. Oh, no, 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 no. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. Don't worry about it. We need to talk about that. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
just stuff like that. But it was just a really. I want to see if it's on any other streaming service. I
Yeah.
want to say it was maybe 2 or 3 seasons. And that first episode, when I watched it, I was like being a person of color, especially being black. You know what life can be like in the hood and impoverished and such like that. And then you see this, you can identify with it, but you're hit with it harder because you can identify with it, but also because you're never shown that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that glaring reality.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dacascos, going back, Dacascos is a mix of
Yes.
Japanese, Filipino, Spanish, Irish, and Chinese heritage.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bruh. Bruh is a variety. All right. All right. I didn't know.
Yeah.
All right. All right. My man from John Wick 3. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Who you got next, brother?
Brother, I wanted
Who's
to
on
talk.
your
I
hit
wanted
list?
to bring up because I
All right.
tried watching this show, and it's unfortunate that there's only the second season on Netflix.
Oh,
Clever Man.
yes, 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 yes.
Now,
That was because that's where our whole debate came from. That was IFC, correct?
no, that is Sundance.
That's same channel.
don't,
Liars.
don't try to figure it out, brother.
Same channel.
Anyway, um, I kind of had to fill in some of the context of the show
Yeah.
because there isn't that first season to watch. So I was only able to watch like a couple of the episodes
Mm-hmm.
from season two, but I dug where they were. I dug what they were trying to do with it, at least from what I saw,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm really surprised. It's almost I almost feel like this show was ahead of its time when it was on,
Yes.
right?
Thank you.
Because I'm really surprised that Netflix didn't try to kind of buy the show and continue it. Now I'm
Yeah.
not sure if that second season has a definite ending. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know because I haven't gotten that far. But and I'm only saying that through the lens of 2020 Netflix. When you look at some of the international programming that's hit on
Mm-hmm.
that service, right? Like
Yeah.
things that in the 90s, if you tried to do that on TV, would never have worked. You know what I mean?
No.
But
No. Yeah.
um, yeah. I mean, it almost feels like and I don't mean to comp it against things that we've already seen or American productions or anything like that, but it almost feels like a combination of how do I
Oh.
describe this?
Oh. First, let me welcome Joy. Finity
Ah,
is in here along with
yeah.
Irene Williams.
Ah, hello. He's
Irene.
stupid. He's stupid.
Did somebody invite Irene Cara? Who
What?
is
What? You are
glitter up in his
funny, bro.
piece? Who is?
You are funny, bro.
Hey, y'all.
But it
Yes,
almost feels like
brother.
a. It almost feels like a combination of a. Do you know who Neil Blomkamp is?
No, it sounds
Director.
familiar. No.
He did a movie called District 9
Oh,
years ago.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought
It
about that.
almost, yeah, it almost feels like a combination of like real life, real issue X Men
Yes. Oh, oh, yeah.
meets
Okay, yeah.
Neil Blomkamp. If that makes any
That,
sense.
yeah. No, it does.
You know what I mean?
Because it opens up this whole different world.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my, yeah. You're right. Oh.
Like I like the way I love the way the show is shot.
Mm
Like it really feels like you're like, especially when you're dealing with the indigenous characters. It feels
hmm. Mm
like
hmm.
you're really kind of out there with them
Yeah.
in their struggle, right?
Mm hmm.
And I guess that's kind of how I feel like that shows like the Neil Blomkamp side of it because of the way he shoots some of his movies. It's just like it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like the screen doesn't even have borders when you're watching his movies. It's
Oh,
weird. It's just weird.
that's a damn. That's a good point.
Yeah. So
That is. Yeah.
and just like how they weave all that indigenous ancestry into the story and things that indigenous people are familiar with and kind of make that front and center
Mm hmm.
in the characters that they're trying to portray in this story is just really good. Like it's a shame that that first season's not up there. I have no idea why Netflix just wouldn't buy this show.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, 'cause I know sometimes they will take down a season and leave up like
Yeah,
another like first season.
yeah.
I believe it's either it continued or they gave a prequel in a comic.
Mm,
Clever man. Either through IDW or Boom. I can't remember.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it was such a cool premise. Like I watched maybe
yeah.
about halfway of the first season. I was like, oh, so
Mm,
I went to go back watch it, and it was gone. I was like, oh, okay,
mm,
my bad. So I'm
mm,
actually going to check on demand,
mm.
see if it's
Okay.
there for free, what have you. If
Yeah,
not, I'm actually going to check for the Blu-ray.
yeah.
Here's a name of another guy who has been around forever.
Yes.
Him and West Study should probably have coffee or something. They probably do because they've both been around forever. Graham Greene,
Oh my god. Yeah. Yes.
and it's
My
good.
god.
It's good.
I have not
It's
heard
good.
that name in a very long time.
If you have Amazon Prime, there's a movie that
Mm,
he's in. It's like a straight to video movie, like just kind of an action thing where it's an art a military squad where it's just indigenous
oh,
um operatives,
okay.
and he's like the leader.
Nice.
I have to remember the name of it. I wanted to watch it just
Mm,
because he's in it. Whatever, but this dude is another cat that's been around forever, forever, ever, ever, forever, ever, ever.
yeah.
I mean, Dancing with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves. He's also
He's
in
been in
Maverick.
He's been in every team. Die Hard with a Vengeance, The Green Mile, Skins.
Yep, yep,
Um,
yep.
he was in Transamerica. I didn't know that. The Shack, Wind River.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's one of those cats again that you see him, and he. Oh, apparently, Irene said that she's going to hurt me. Um, in the chat, I, I don't know how to take that, but I'm scared, so I'm going to shut my mouth about Irene. Come on, Irene. Oh, I swear. So yeah, Graham. So Graham, I know that's going to get me heat.
Yeah, it sure is.
He's
You don't want that smoke, brother.
keep your hands up. Throw in the towel.
Throw the damn towel.
Oh, Yeah, he's another one of those like character actors, but
Yeah.
when you see him again, he's like I don't know, something like characters like, when you see these actors, you go yeah, yeah, but then you go, oh no, what's gonna happen to him? What's gonna
Yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate that we have to kind of think that way, but
because that's what happens,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But he's another one of those actors who's been around forever, and he can do drama.
Uh-huh.
He can do like
Uh-huh.
that kind of sarcastic, kind of even like smart ass kind of thing.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I love. He was in. I'm trying to think. Oh, or was it West Study that was in? Oh man, Heat.
I think that's West Study.
West Study. He
Yeah,
was
I
in
think it
Heat.
is West Study.
Who? Oh
It
wait
was
a
on
minute.
that. It was in that group, isn't he?
Oh wait a minute. So he co-starred twice with Val Kilmer because he was also in Thunderheart.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I was like, oh wow, that's like six
Six
degrees
degrees, brother. Six
of
degrees.
West Study. But West Study
yeah,
is probably like more like 3 degrees because he's been in every damn thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But Graham Greene, when I see him, I go, yeah, all right, cool, because
Mm-hmm.
I know that he's gonna play against stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna be, and if he does do that wise sage BS, what have you, he's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
a smartass and he's gonna poke fun at it.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about West Study too. He isn't always that stereotype of what you think is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Um, Graham Greene, he was in a series like that sci-fi series that I was talking about. He was in it. It
Mm-hmm.
was like I said, maybe 2 seasons. I want to say
Mm-hmm.
possibly. Um, it was a pretty good series. Actually, I actually really dug it. I didn't think it was gonna get like anything major though, just because it's sci-fi.
Yeah. Is
Unfortunately.
is is
And it was
Val Kilmer technically part
um
or no?
that's a very good question. I Let me look through my files for his 23andMe. I don't. I mm, I ain't got his file, brother.
I
Ever since
don't know.
Batman, I'm not sure. No, yeah,
I can't. It doesn't say specifically if he is or not.
the show was Defiance. It was Defiance. There was actually a free game. It was a an MMO, massive multi MMO. It was a big game where you played a lot of people. It was
Okay. Yes.
fuck out of here. Where it was this sci-fi thing where it was like it was the city of St. Louis. It was after like this big war, and the
hmm
city of St. Louis was no longer called St. Louis anymore. It was called Defiance, and it was like this
Okay.
frontier kind of. You know what? Um, think Firefly,
hmm
but on Earth, not in space, on Earth.
Oh, okay.
And it was really good. You had like different like alien races and such like that. But again, he played the mayor of a town, and Julie Benz was in it as well.
hmm
Um, and it was just again, it was just one of those things you love to see it.
Yeah.
You love it. I This is making me go. This is making me actually want to go deeper into anything that's indigenous because, like I said, I have. I'm trying to think of how many comics I have that have indigenous characters. There aren't a lot. There's Scalped, which is through Vertigo, which is now Young Animals, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
which came out years ago. I believe Jason Aaron did it, where it was about this undercover FBI agent who goes back to his reservation to get this crime boss who's doing crime on there, and it's
hmm
kind of like 100 Bullets, like how the nitty gritty and noir feel,
Right.
and it's just hard hitting, gritty, mature rated action, drama, thriller, that noir feel.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in there where it's mysticism or supernatural, anything like that. It's just a crime thriller, a crime drama, a crime what have you.
hmm
but set on the reservation.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you'd like to get it, there's a huge comicsology sale going on right
Huge
now.
sale. Huge sale.
There's a huge comicsology sale going on right now for DC Comics, and I believe it's part of it. Or you could go, or you can look at any of the amount of comic book shops out there right now because they are having Black Friday sales this weekend, and I'm going to partake myself. Or you can wait for Monday for Cyber Monday and order them online. I think my work here is done.
Yeah. You funny
Yeah,
guy. You funny guy.
hit them hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something like that. But I want something, excuse me, similar to Supernatural,
Hmm.
but with indigenous. That was one of the biggest. I could never fathom why.
Yeah.
Never. Even the way they treated black characters on that show was horrible. The black characters would last like 5 minutes.
That speaks to the representation in the room, brother.
I, there was one black character that I think lasted the whole show, maybe, or until I was watching it, and I forget the character's name. His name was Rufus on the show, but you might know him better as the first, no, as the second captain on 21 Jump Street, the black captain. Yeah, or no, the first one, excuse me, the
Stephen
first one.
Williams?
That might be his name.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
He's had that mustache since like the Bible was written.
Yes. Stephen Williams.
Yes.
That's because I've seen him on another show on Showtime, The Shy. He's been on that show too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I have to get into The Shy, man. I have to.
Oh, brother.
I have to get into The Shy. I've heard good things, but I'm like so far behind. Between that and I want to watch. I forgot the name of the series that was on Stars. P Valley. Heard that was very good.
Valley.
Heard that was very good. Yeah, but I mean,
definitely check out The Shy, brother. The Shy. Shy is amazing. Shy is an amazing show. Amazing show.
I'll have to check that out. But oh, can't forget my man from Predator. My man from Predator. My man. Oh, what was his name? I want to say his name was Sonny, but I could be possibly wrong. Unfortunately, he passed. I want to say.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sonny Landham? Is that his name?
Yes, dude, yes. My man.
And I remember that because Predator was
Billy.
on the other day on Stars.
Yes, it was. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 was on, brother.
Yes.
He was like, ha, 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 ha. He had the biggest laugh ever.
Yes.
He said, "Man, that's bullshit. You ain't scared of nothing. You ain't scared of no man." He said, "What's out there? It ain't no man."
Yes.
That dude was he was there. The gentleman who sent McMurphy off in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes.
Who also passed. I want to say he passed shortly, maybe after that. He was also in Poltergeist 2.
Oh, yes. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes.
Damn, now I feel really down because they're gone. But my man was he was seeing him in Predator. I was like, don't stop, keep running. Like Arnold said, get to that damn chopper. Why are you stopping?
That's not the only movie he was in, too. He was in
48 Hours.
He was in a very cult, not even cult, because I don't call this a cult classic movie. This movie's a classic movie. It's a classic New York movie. It's just a classic. The Warriors.
Oh,
yes.
He was in the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where? I got to go back and watch that now. That gives me a reason to go back and watch this movie.
Yep.
Thank you. Damn, he's in the. Damn, man. But it was like his big part, unfortunately, was Predators. Like that's where everybody knows.
Yeah, that's probably the movie that everybody knows him from. Yeah.
That and 48 Hours.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Billy Bear.
I believe so.
I
Yes.
think that was his character's name.
Yep. Billy Bear. Yep.
Yeah, he was just standing there laughing at Eddie. I think at that. Yeah, that I don't want no
Yeah.
parts of this, man. I want no parts of
Yeah.
this. But then we have like video games. Uh,
Mm.
we have. I'm trying to remember the character's name from Street Fighter. Thunder. It was
That's the
something
guy.
stereotypical, unfortunately. No, no, no. It
Yeah.
was something. No, no. Sagat is a Thai, which makes it even
Mm.
odder that West Study played him.
Mm.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that was
Otter.
like a nod or like them putting their nose up at Hollywood saying haha.
Mm.
Um, but it was Thunder something. I know it was this, but it was the first card I can think of that I had
Mm-hmm.
played who had a prominent part in a big game like that. Then you
Yeah.
have a game
Yeah.
like Prey, which was out in mid 2000s. I think it was remade
Mm-hmm.
recently, but it had,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a sci-fi first-person shooter alien game that took place on a reservation, I want to say, and a character like had
Mm-hmm.
like supernatural powers, but also would use their alien technology against them. I loved that game. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun as hell. It was the first time I got to play as a First Nations character. Then there's Torok,
Mm-hmm.
um, which was N64 or
Damn,
Super
son, you
Nintendo.
you brought it. You brought it all the way back to rock. Damn.
Let me give you the face.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Which was it was either N64 or Super Nintendo. I can't remember which one. I want to say N64 for some reason.
I think it is N64. Yeah.
Where you know, and came out the comics came out on Dynamite. I want to say
Mm-hmm.
um, they reimagined him, but he ended up being black,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't like because there aren't a lot of indigenous characters to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that there are a billion black characters, but
Mm-hmm.
but then they ended up having a new series with Torok, and he
Mm-hmm.
was indigenous again, and he was going up against um, the Union Army, I want to say, and dinosaurs,
Mm-hmm.
because he was a dinosaur hunter. I didn't just throw in dinosaurs randomly for anybody who doesn't know. You
Yeah.
know, I didn't throw it in there randomly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this I, it's like there's so much. Look, and I'll be honest with you. I need to dive in deeper. I need to know more. I need to get in more. I myself have indigenous blood, which I believe a lot of black people do, just because paths crossed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Lenape,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to delve deeper into it. I need to delve deeper into the culture and to delve deeper into more content from indigenous creators and
Yeah.
the content because I know the actors and I know some of the comic book side of it, but I need to delve deeper into it. I need to know more of it, you know, and
Yeah.
that's the goal. That's you know transparency. Gotta find out more. Open up our minds to more stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there, but if you can't, check out, like I said, there's that sale. I mean, if you want to check out Scalp, there's the regular trades, and then there's like I think three omnibuses. I don't know what the term is. I'll be honest with you.
We'll go with that.
Yeah,
Omnibuses.
this sounds about right. Which is good actually.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to say Jason Aaron wrote it,
Okay.
who is a pretty good writer. I'm not saying he's a pretty good writer.
Yeah.
He uses commas. He's alright. He knows how to deal with typos.
Mm.
Um, such an asshole. Uh, but yeah, so there's a lot of stuff out there, and there's so much beautiful content out there that sometimes we don't get to see because it's not highlighted as much. We've only
Mm-hmm.
scratched the surface of things. There's
Mm-hmm.
so much out there, so many
Mm-hmm.
other books, and like I said, yeah, I'll find out what book it was that Rebecca Ho- Rowan Horse.
Hmm.
I want to say it was Star Wars though. I
Okay.
definitely want to say it was a Star Wars. Um, I'm not sure what time period it is. I'll be
Hmm.
honest with you,
Hmm.
but I'll definitely find out and let you know about that because, like I said, I've started reading the trail of her six world series,
Hmm.
and I'm digging it just because Beautiful is different. I love her writing is just very descriptive. I feel like I'm like hearing her say the words, which is weird for me when I'm reading a novel. I normally don't, but
Right.
it feels
Right.
good for that, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's
Absolutely.
and it reads so effortlessly, and the covers just look so damn cool. They're just really cool, like art. I just love it. It's
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
you know. But this is also a chance of we're showing a little bit to people. We've only scratched the surface, and this is something that we can actually dig into and find out more. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
and I can go watch Last of the Mohicans on Netflix.
Last of the Mohicans.
Daniel Day Lewis. He
The
played Hawkeye,
retired,
right?
the
Yeah,
retired Daniel Day Lewis.
yeah. He said, "Yeah, I'm good." Okay. A
Yeah.
a movie. You know what? I'm gonna sleep in this morning, honey. Yeah, I'm not gonna. You know what? I
Yes.
woke up and after I ate some some eggs, I decided, you know what? I'm kind of done with the movie thing. I'm kind of.
Yeah.
I think I've had enough.
Yeah.
You know, I think that last movie, I realized that I had white hair. I think it's time for me to just.
Yeah.
Think I'm
Yeah.
good. Think
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been acting for forever.
Yeah.
God damn.
He's had one of those careers that everybody's just trying to have, where you just
Stay
you take on the hard projects that nobody really wants to do.
and get an award for
You win for them, and
it. Award for it.
you're done. You know what I mean?
Like he went out like Jordan, man. He was like, all right.
That's it.
Then
That's
he starts
it.
saying his name, Lewis Jordan, Lewis.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You know.
Uh,
Yeah. So that's our show for today, folks. That's it.
yeah.
We wanted to just do something different, highlight. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna find some more things because again, there's baffles the mind.
Yeah.
So much out there. I'm gonna post up on the IG and also on our Facebook page because we have a Facebook page. It is Fandom Initiative. We have an IG page, which is also guess what? Fandom Initiative. That's the name of the show, Fandom Initiative.
Yes.
But if you like, subscribe, share, comment. We this is our fifth episode.
Yes.
Fifth episode. Excuse us. And we're gonna be coming back to you next week. Yeah, I think we can do it next week, right? We can do a thing. I gotta. I think we can do it next week.
That's if the kaiju don't finish us off
That's it,
first.
dude. Dude, I read this comic this week called Kaiju Score.
Mm,
All right, think of like Ocean's 11.
okay.
Like you're getting like a group of what together for a heist,
Right.
and you're planning the heist
Mm-hmm.
during a kaiju appear.
Attack.
Not an attack, but the way the world works is kaiju are real, and
Okay.
sometimes they surface and they have to eat. So there's
Mm-hmm.
this particular fish that flies, excuse me, that swims down to Florida every year at this one particular season,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like their mating season.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this one kaiju, or it's a species of kaiju. I can't remember. No, no, it's this one kaiju that will come out of the ocean during this time and feed,
Mm-hmm.
but then it'll also like walk around the city. So
Mm-hmm.
it's causing destruction, what have you. Sometimes it might get into a fight, sometimes it might not, but it happens every year at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is like, look, we're gonna do this heist
Mm-hmm.
at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So the city is in turmoil, what have you. Everything's going on. They're so focused on that, they're not
Mm-hmm.
seeing the heist happen.
Okay. Okay.
But then there's complications
Mm-hmm.
because somebody's not who they say they're going to be. And I love a good heist. I love a
Mm-hmm.
good heist movie. I love a good heist comic. Heist
Mm-hmm.
comics are great.
Mm-hmm.
Thief of Thieves, oh, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Kirkman. So that was just really cool. So that's kind of why I have kaiju on the mind because of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's awesome to think yeah, the banter, everything, and then
Yeah.
you add in the kaiju aspect. It's, are you who came up with this? And like, how did you come up with this?
Yeah.
And like, this is awesome. Are you serious? The art is great. Aftershock Comics, kaiju score. Yeah, it's oh God, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go through and see what I've got, and when I go through the stuff that I've got, I'm going to obviously uncover some other stuff that I'm going to go with, check out, read, and watch, and run with it. Oh, I totally forgot to even bring up Blood Quantum.
Yeah. You know what? I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Dude, it's only on Shutter. It might be on demand, but I think it's only on Shutter or on Blu-ray.
Uh,
Um, Blood Quantum, real quick, but really cool movie.
mm,
Set in the late '80s on a reservation during a zombie attack. Because you
mm,
never see what's going on. You see what's going on in inner city. You see what's going on in
mm,
the farms and
mm,
what have you.
mm,
You never see what's going on in reservations. Well, it turns out that because of Blood Quantum, um, they do not become infected. Indigenous do not become infected.
mm,
So they board up and they close off the reservation. They're like, nope,
mm,
he not gonna get us again. Nope,
mm,
he not gonna get us again, you bastards. And then what happens when it does happen because one of the persons they have a white girlfriend and she's there. They have a party and oh my, it's so good. It's
mm,
so good and how it speaks about indigenous and what happens there. And you have your usual tropes that
mm,
happen in zombie movies, but they have an interesting spin on it because of the fact that it's on a reservation and because it's indigenous. And yeah, it just definitely enjoyed that movie. I've been waiting to watch that movie for so long, so long, so long because I don't have Shutter. The day it came on sale, and I looked
mm,
beforehand, I said, "Oh, it's going to be on Tuesday." I'm at
mm.
work on Tuesday. Great. Left work, went picked it up. I was off the next 2 days. Watched it that morning, and I was like, "Damn, that's." And it is. It's a great horror movie. It's blood,
Yeah.
everything, but it has some social commentary. You're
Mm,
getting everything, and it's. I hope that there are more movies like that, honestly, because it was just cool, and it's cool to see horror in different aspects and different cultures. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, you see something like Lovecraft Country, you see Blood Quantum, you see Kingdom,
Mm,
and you're seeing horror can work in all these other aspects. We don't need, and none of them are slashers. Come to think of it, they're not doing that usual slasher trope, corny. It's different type. It's full horror, full
yeah.
horror. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's an actual genre now, but it is full horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, full
Cool.
horror. Yeah, cool, whatever. So that's, I mean, it. What have you?
Uh,
We'll be back next week. We'll let you know what day, and we'll be chatting up something else. I don't know what though. We might do a weekend review, or we might do a retrospect on
mm.
the life of Rip Torn. Who knows?
Ripped.
Who knows?
This guy.
Who knows?
Oh my god.
Who knows, man? You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That doesn't. Wait, what? That doesn't. We might do a retrospective on Laughing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Rowan and Martin's Laughing. Who knows, man? Nick at Night, baby. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh
But
my god.
that's us. That's us. Michael, do you have any last words?
Hope you all had a great holiday. Be
Michael did not air
safe.
quote.
I
Michael did
did
not
not
air
air
quote.
quote. I did not air
That's
quote.
only me. That's me.
uh, be safe out there.
Yes.
Remember the virus is still real.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't know. Just try to enjoy yourselves. I know it's hard, but
Yeah.
try to find some enjoyment. Something that
Abs-
you enjoy to get through.
yes. Exactly. Find that thing, that self care that gets you through it.
Yes.
Myself. Be safe. Be kind. Be well. Take care of yourself and the people around you. Trying to make your every day count for something.
Hmm.
Um, honestly, just don't be a dick. Just don't be a
Yeah,
dick.
that's very important. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a racist, LGBTQ phobic, misogynistic dick.
Yes,
That's pretty much it. Don't be a dick. Just
yes, yes.
Um,
Eat good food.
that goes without saying, doesn't it? It says hungry bleak. That means eat good. If you make pancakes, have crispy edges. I don't see the point in not having crispy. If someone makes you pancakes that don't have crispy edges, they don't love you and they're about to break up with you or kick you out. They really
Mhm.
they don't care about you. They don't. You don't need that type of negativity. Run, leave, run, leave. No one cares about that shit. You know what? We might just have a show one day where we're just saying like just random dumb shit. Like we just have a whatever, just whatever. Just who cares, man. We'll we'll talk about Tom Selleck's Runaway. No one cares.
Oh my God!
Yo, yes, yes,
Run away!
yes,
Jesus Christ!
and as Quasimodo plays us off, um, I
Yes.
can do this all night, folks. Me and Steve Rogers. I can do this all day.
Oh my God!
Um, this is Michael Williams. Remember, he is the cinema CEO. He is the cinema god. Check him out also on, along with Lady Mina, who is going to be beating me up later on. Um,
Yes.
with who is his tag team champion of the world with him, or the AMC A-listers. I hope you guys are going to be coming out with some more stuff because we need it. We definitely need it.
Mm, yeah.
And I love that your like y'all's takes on stuff. I really dig it, enjoy it, love it.
I
Um,
appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it.
you know, dig that. I'm sure that I'll be getting beat up by Irene. I think her name is.
This
Sure.
guy. This guy.
I can already hear her voice saying my name, and it's not in a savory manner. It's like in a manner of like taking a hook to the liver. Yeah.
And this is Antonio Pomeranz, aka the Hungry Greek.
Cheer, 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 cheer.
Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. Ahead of time, brother.
I've eaten well, so I mean, what have you.
I'll
Uh,
try to carry on your legacy as we move forward.
don't let them forget me. Remember the NDTs, brother. Remember the T. This nice one. Hot topic. A little bit of Wakanda.
I can't. I can't.
And remember, Sherman, don't forget to strut. As Buddy Love signs off.
Oh my god.
Let's just do a show of just us just yelling out lines from movies and trying to make the other person like pee themselves laughing. Let's do that. Just random. I don't care if anybody knows a line at all or not. I don't care.
Exactly.
We can title it "Whose Line Is It Anyway?" Just do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I just produced an episode. Residuals are coming in.
Oh man.
Yeah. So thank you very much for joining in. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Um, yeah, everything pretty much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Always. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
enjoy the weekend or whenever you are listening to this, whether it is in video form or podcast. We enjoy you, and
Yes.
we're just trying to make the best of this world that we're in.
Yeah.
All right.
For
So,
sure. For sure.
so everyone, keep turning those pages because your story is not over yet. Is that the tagline? I think so. Yeah. Everyone, have a good one. Thank you.